I was the youngest person to ever have gone through the rehab that I was in and the program that I was on. Like when I was at college, I didn't even remember really being at college. For me, all my memories of that college was just having fun and just doing stupid side quests with the Mandem. Like my addiction now is just like making music.
Should we run this all the way through from the beginning?
Yeah, let's hear how it sounds.
I like to express myself in different ways.
Definitely everyone has a creative bone in their body. Everyone finds it in a different way.
Me, my creativity comes from making everyone else have a good time.
Just got to find that creative bone, do you know what I'm saying?
Becoming creative. Yeah, he's becoming. I'm teaching him ways of creativity.
How so?
Being creative is like trying to do things differently, finding a new way, isn't it?
That's what gets me going, if that makes sense. The creativity. This brother inspires me a lot. Craig, man himself, my old housemate.
My old housemate right here.
That's it.
Doing his thing.
He's killing it.
Yo, so I'm Cameron Cragg, aka CR4GG, that's Cragg, and I'm a underground. I describe myself as a singer branded as a rapper. That's my thing. But I just love music and I'm a creative.
Creativity is so important to me as a person and generally as people.
There's so many things that like different people bring to the scene, and I love being a part of it. To be honest. Yeah.
It's always, you know, creativity has always been an outlet for me, and is like a therapy, and it just allows me to sort of let go of emotion and just like focus. Often turn negative emotion into something beautiful and like channel that into a positive thing. And yeah, that's always been a relationship I've had with it. I think when it came to like, I mean, the first thing I got into was like singing, and I think that was probably around 10 years old. So I've been doing it over 10 years now. Definitely hit my 10,000 hours, that's for sure. As an artist, I very much care about trying to like shake things up, be a bit controversial, and more than anything like thought-provoke people, and not just like make music for the sake of it, but actually make music that carries a message that like the more you consume it, the more it makes you think about yourself. Where I think actually, and obviously as an artist as well, I'm in the spotlight a lot, but actually my personality outside of music is like quite introverted. I say I'm very focused. I very much care about my health. I describe myself as quite conscious. I really like value sort of my privacy and like not being known by everyone, and that's why I have this sort of sunglasses as a bit of a barrier between like what I do as an artist and sort of like who I am as a person.
But Hagala G like sunglasses in
Bifa, sunglasses in UK. Need a few more visas and I see one in my suitcase. All the music making got our teachers saying touche. All the music making, man, we speaking for the new way.
As a child, I describe myself as sad. Like I was pretty miserable as a child. I was very, very depressed and like a bit suicidal from like quite a young age as well, which raised a lot of alarm bells with sort of like the adults that had to look after me. You know, my mum got called into school one day, and it was like it was like a sit-down meeting. It was like a big old document of just like pages and pages of all the stuff that was wrong with me. But as I've got older, I've just learned to like embrace that, and I don't think anyone is wrong. We're all just different, and I think individualism is like a wonderful thing. I'd say I was very isolated as a child, and it took me like a while to sort of get out of that and actually like build a community around myself, which is part of why I love music so much, because I'm actually being heard now.
I was 16 in rehab, but oh well, I can't leave it behind. It's all part of the journey, and I trust that 'cause it's treating me fine. Trust in the process, trust in the plan, trust it 'cause I do all that I can.
My mum's called the police on me a couple of times. My mum didn't want me to go to prison. She just didn't know what to do when she kept finding drugs, kept finding knives. It's like, what, you know, she was just concerned for me. I used the freedom that I had to just like, you know, sell drugs, take drugs, and I was there on like a music and a drama scholarship. It started off really of just like, I wanted free drugs for myself. If I picked up enough drugs, I could just sell drugs to get free drugs. And then sort of like, it kind of just grew. I think at the time, again, I thought I was working on my own terms, but you're not working on your own terms, because realistically you're people's bitch, because if they shout you for something and you want that money, you're gonna make it happen. I actually thought I was like doing people a favor, where in reality I was like enabling their addiction. And as an addict for myself, like I'm a bit more remorseful of that. While I still don't regret it, I am remorseful of it, because I was enabling people like myself to like go down that dark path that I have been down. If I get distracted by drugs again, because I think alcohol is a drug. Like when we talk about drugs, you know, alcohol is a drug, cigarettes is a drug. Just because they're legal doesn't stop them being drugs. People are still taking them for the same reason that people take illegal drugs. And so I feel like with alcohol, it's just like, yeah, there was no place for it in my life. And yeah, I think sobriety has been like a journey, and like I'm not 2 years clean of everything, but you know, it's one at a time, and just like slowly just like narrowing down my vices to the point where like my addiction now is just like making music.
Peace, I'll be done with all the fighting. We argue over differences, I'm done with this dividing.
Right, let me just explain before. So if you hear the start, it's like, my soul needs peace, I'll be done with all the fighting. We argue over differences, I'm done with this dividing. Cause who I am or who are you to say what's wrong or right? And it's impossible to say, so we can't be the ones deciding. I contemplate the future, I believe it be exciting. I feel us all uniting, but we need a bit of guiding. Opinionated people, they be going into hiding. Cause they done with all your whining. I got kicked out, and then I went to rehab as sort of like a gesture towards my parents of like, I'm actually gonna try and do something to like sort myself out. And it was like through rehab that I kind of like rebirthed. I went in at 16 and I came out just before my 17th birthday. And I felt like by going to rehab, it really gave me a closure on my childhood. I think the main thing I needed more than anything was just like therapy. And once I understood exactly what I'm escaping from, it allowed me to have like a much more positive like relationship with myself, and just a way better understanding of who I was as a person. I have no regrets over any of my wrong decisions, because all this fuckeries that you've been through led you to like the path you're on now. And that's way more important than the pain you've been through and all the suffering and all of that. It kind of makes anything that I've been through irrelevant, because I'm happy today. I feel like very fortunate that I'm able at my age to just like have like a clean head with it all, and just like not feel the desire to escape the life that I'm living, because I've actually built a life that I want to be present for. And I don't really want anything that's gonna distract me from what I'm focused on. I want to be constantly ascending, and that's very hard if you're constantly taking stuff that makes your consciousness go up and down. And it's very, you know, you don't have a clear head as much, even if you think, you know, I'm a functioning stoner, which, you know, enough of us have said. I've said it a lot of my life.
People, I want to take a second to extend some appreciation. I mean, when it comes to navigating these events after my journey with sobriety, I feel like now it's just a natural thing. On a real note, thank you for coming round tonight. You made this vibe possible for everyone involved. And big on yourselves for bringing the energy. You know, you can enjoy it and on your own terms, and I think that's really important. And different people feel comfortable in different situations. And so like, if I'm comfortable sober, that's great, and other people need a drink, and that's cool. Everyone's just doing their thing, and ultimately like, we're all united by the music. And that is just why I fucking love music. Let's fucking go!
Oh no, 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 I don't wanna fight my soul. My soul needs peace, I'll be done with.
Is Shishir in focus? Look at the camera. Could you try and move a little bit closer to him? A little bit back. Yeah, the top.